Welcome to the Rust University bonus episode, the Naval Update. In this video we will talk about upcoming update in detail, building ships, deep sea biome, islands, looting, cannons, new monument, rocket launcher quest, and sunken ship loots. Alright, first of all we need workbench level 1 to unlock required shipbuilding tools and materials. They are placed back to back at the left side. Boat building plan, station, steering wheel, sail, anchor, plank, small ramp, cannonball, and cannon. Also on the workbench level 2 we have small boat engine which increases the boat speed. It is placed at the left side as well. You can see the deep sea islands with naked eye if you are at the correct shore. For this map, deep sea is located at the north side, but it can change depending on the map. It can be right, left and bottom. The timer shows how many more hours the island will be there. To build your boat, you need hammer, boat building station, boat building plan, steering wheel, sails, engine, cannon, anchor, cannonball, plank and small ramp. You don't need both plank and small ramp, just one is enough. Placing boat building station might be tricky. Just swim a little to deeper place. Once you place it on the table, you have two options. Finish building and clear the area. On the area there is a net that you can walk on. But be careful because this is how you look from outside. Just a single man standing on the water, open to any kind of threat. Just be careful. While building a boat, you will need tons of wood and low-grade fuel. I will build myself a little boat. If you do something wrong, don't worry. You can use hammer tool to demolish that part or rotate it. Just like this. Once you're done, you can place your cannons, sails and engines. Let's do it quickly. I placed cannons at both sides because they have limited angle to move. And then now I will place engine to this room. Also you can see the both stats at right top. The more engine means more speed. Now I will turn this place into a little room and I will lock it with a metal door and keyword because I want to keep my loot in there. Let's place a little loot box here as well. Perfect. Now place your steering wheel and don't forget to lock it because this is like TC of your boat. Okay. Then let's place anchor. This is for stopping the boat and small ramp to board other ships easily. I'll place it here. But instead you can use leather as well. Just use leather. It would be easier, I guess. But I'm not sure if leather works on enemy ships. I highly suggest you to place a sleeping bag on the boat as well so you can see it on the map. As you see here, my boat has no place for me to climb up if I fall into the water. So I will place a ladder here. This will be my way to climb in back. Alright, once we are done building the ship, you can use finish building option from the steering wheel. As you see, I have my boat building station back in my inventory, right here. Now we are ready to sail. Let's check this ramp once again and then we can go. It works perfect. Now turn on your engines and head to the deep sea. After a while, you will see dark clouds and rainy weather, and then you will see a loading screen. Then you will be there. In the deep sea biome, the map is not open. I mean, it is not discovered yet, so we need to discover the map by ourselves. While holding down G button, you can select different modes from the right side. Here you see the ghost ship and the floating city. Now let's go near to an island and use anchor to easily stop. Just don't forget to turn off the engines to save some fuel. Now we can use cannons to kill the scientists on the island. It might be hard for you to aim at first, but you will get it after a few tries. Just like this. Or maybe this. Perfect. Now, if you're enjoying the content so far, please click like and subscribe to help me reach 1000 subscribers. Alright, what do we have on these islands? There are scientists patrolling, cannons that we can use, tons of high tier loot boxes, and huge number of ores, which makes it super worth it to visit these islands. Also, there are tons of red barrels, and the most importantly, airdrops. With these computers, you can call an airdrop to your location. Here, let's check it out. As you see here, I have a different one, which is camouflaged. Let's go to the computer and click E, and then it will show me some frequency and then some percentage. This one calls an airdrop. The airdrop is similar to the main island. An airplane goes by and drops a loot with parachute. But other players can see this, so be careful while looting it. Once you get the loot, you cannot go back and spam the computer because there is only one chance you can use. And now it will says offline. The next topic is the new monument, the floating city. Out in the deep sea you will find a floating city. Think of this as a mix of outpost and bandit camp, but on water. They have vendors, recycles, and yes, gambling wheel. Once you check the markets, you can see that it's the combination of bandit camp and outpost. But there is one quest. This guy gives you a quest and asks you to kill some scientists. Once you've done it, as a reward it will give you rocket launcher and high velocity rockets, which means you can discover the rocket launcher early on with research once you complete this quest. Now let's talk about patrol boats. There are 3 patrol boats and one has machine guns. You need covers on your boat, so be prepared. Also you need good drift skills, just like this. Be careful about this guy especially. If he's holding the weapon like this, it means he's super angry. Once you manage to kill the scientist and take the boat, check out this loot box for top tier loot. Also you can use the machine guns. If needed, you can reload it with 5.56 ammo, but it takes so long. Next we will talk about the ghost ships. These are like cargo ships, full of scientists, good amount of action, and tons of loot. You can find elite boxes, military boxes, and one timed loot box inside, just like cargo ship, which means there will be top tier loots in these ships. But some of them don't have this timed loot box, so it is totally random. Ghost ships has multiple rooms and multiple floors. Just make sure to check each one of them so you don't miss any loot. And also be prepared for other players because these are top tier loots. Good amount of action. Now let's check out raiding. See, my ship has 700 HP. Once I shoot the steering wheel, it will get damage. But if I attack on the body, just like this, see, nothing happens. So rocket launcher works on steering wheel. If you hit enough amount of damage, the ship will sink. So what will happen next? I highly suggest you to bring your diving gear with yourself because while you are fighting you will sink some enemy ships. So you need to get diving gear to get those loots. But there are some catches. Let's check what I'm talking about. Here I see the loot box in the deck of the ship, right? It's just standing there, but I had a room with metal door. What about that one? If a ship is sink, the metal doors are gone, so we can just directly go in there and check the loot box as well. Interestingly, my sleeping bag is still here. I don't know if it's some kind of bug or they will fix it, but my sleeping bag is there. Of course, you cannot use the cannons. Placing a sleeping bag is clever because you can still see the ship's location even if it's sink. Now let's test the cannons against regular walls. Okay, let's check out the damage we did. I wonder if we can use our boats for raiding. As you see, I can hit only 1 HP to a stone wall. How about wooden walls? Well, unfortunately it's same, so you cannot use your boats and cannons for raiding. For now. The next thing I will test is the cannonball's damage against other ships. The ship has 675 HP currently. I will attack it with a cannonball and see the damage. Let me reload first and hope I can shoot it in one shot. Perfect. Now let's check out the HP. It was 675. Now it is 614. Yes, we can do damage, but it's kinda low. And I tried placing a turret on the boat, but it cannot be placed because it's not a construction. And also you cannot go to the deep sea biome with other sea vehicles. I tested out with both. It says the boat cannot survive the journey, and after a while it will hit an invisible wall. Alright, in this video I tried to cover everything there is. If I missed something, please mention it in the comments below. If you like the content, please click like and subscribe to help me grow my channel. See you in the next video.